on and hanging on. But I feel good, so that's the important thing. So welcome to the get ready for the day routine. We're gonna do kind of a head to toe, warm up your body, get moving so you can face the day a little more alive, a little more awake. And this is the beginner routine, suitable for absolutely everybody, even if you've never done anything like this before. And right after this, we'll hop right back on for an intermediate, get ready for the day routine. And today, or maybe tomorrow, we'll be posting the last part of the choreography workshop, which is kind of the performance part, so it's super fun. And I want to say thank you, Flare Flies. We're at 40,000 subscribers. My heart is so full. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of this community, and helping us grow. For this on TikTok, I'm sorry about last time. I only managed to get on for the intermediate, so I know maybe some of our usual people. So I hope you are there again today. We're on YouTube as well, so if for some reason TikTok is going and vice versa, just come on over there. So my flare flies, let's take our usual stance with our feet glued to the floor and feeling your entire foot glued to the floor, even the parts that normally don't touch the floor, like the middle of your toes, your arches, everything is flattened on the ground like it's glued there and it's rooted. Your bottom half is sturdy, but you're relaxing your top half. And we're going to breathe in and out just to press up an extra relax. So breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth and in through your nose and out through your mouth and in through your nose. I'm still congested, so and out through your mouth and opening up your fingers like a fan. And your toes too, if you can. Let's try and feel where they are, even if they don't quite do that yet. Squinching them up and spreading them out like a fan. And out like a fan. And squinching and out like a fan. And squinching and out like a fan. And letting your head like a bobblehead right at the top of your neck. And shaking it from side to side. This is all very gentle. This is all fascia work. And back to the middle. And wrist wiggle. And wrist flap. And outwards this time. Both circles with your wrists. And coming back inwards. Coming through. And just your lower arm. And go back down to our legs, so flare flies. So remember, so we're shifting our weight over onto one leg. And it really doesn't matter which leg you start with, just every time you're here, try and either alternate or every so often switch legs. And remember, we were doing kind of a tap to side. And the important thing is, you're taking your body weight and you've got a square here, which is formed by your shoulders to your hips. So this is the four corners, lines. So you're taking that square. You can soften your knees a little bit, and you're shifting it over onto one leg. So what you're doing is freeing up this leg, so it's easier to lift, it's easier to work with. Pull out our working leg. Shoot to pick up the front of your foot, and try and tap it back and forth. So you're trying to make it come from your ankle as opposed to your hip. We're just trying to get that start to move. We're just working from side to side. You can just tap it up and down. Allow that ankle to start to work. And now taking your body weight over onto the other leg, and do the same thing. Tapping your feet, and feeling that it's not hard to lift your toes. Your toes should feel light because all of your weight is over here on this leg. And sliding that to the middle. And coming back up. Rolling your shoulders back. And forward again. And we're going to do a couple more to the back. Rolling them back. And as you come up, feel like your strings pulling your chest up to the sky. And rolling up, your chest goes up to the sky. And remember, flare floss, as you're going around about your day, whatever you might be doing, whether it's work or school or child care or being at your computer, after you think of it, just roll those shoulders back, pull your chest up to the sky, and then don't think about it. So, your shoulders will come forward again, but the more times you remember and the more times you roll them back you start to get muscle memory into your body, and your posture will improve no matter what your age or situation. So that is something that we're going to work on just every time you think about it. Well, every so often it will pop into your mind and build it from there. So I just change position so you can see me. So I call it softening your knees. You just kind of let them go a little bit without really bending them. And straightening up again, and softening them, and straightening up, and softening, and straightening up, softening, and straightening up, and softening, and straightening up. And now tightening your legs up and bending them. Your knees are going straight over your feet. So you don't want your knees to go to either side, you want them straight over. And you're going to hold that bend. And you go down. Feel like you're going one vertebrae at a time. And down. And rolling back up. And go down again. And coming back up. First set. All right, we've worked up to 3 sets of 12. So 2. Feel like you're tightening your stomach, like almost like you got a cramp. As you come up, 3. Feel like you're lengthening that middle pause. 4. And 5. And 6. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Remember to tighten and lengthen each time. And 11. And 12. And the first set's over with. Yay! All right. Straighten out your legs. And back from side to side. What I want you to think about here is you're mostly staying straight. So this is just happening at the top of your body. So it's just happening, it's really your shoulders, kind of down to your rib cage. We're not going to do our lower body yet. So we're going to slowly but surely roll ourselves up. Like something just landed underneath it. I hit that. And let's do the same thing, going forwards and backwards. And this is more than just your shoulders. You're just going to slumping forward and using that whole upper body. Forwards and backwards. And coming back to the middle. And remember our elbow movement. So for those of you who are new here or miss this part, we're going to be lifting up our arms just a little bit, but I want your arms to feel like wet noodles. So they're boneless. There's nothing in them. And the only thing I want you to feel is your elbows. Just picking up your elbows and then drop again. Elbows and drop. Elbows and drop. And elbows and drop. Try and relax everything else. Nothing else is working. Just those elbows. We're trying to develop this movement because it's going to help us a lot in our dance. This is Dancing Channel, so we always dance at the end. And yes, you can do it. It's a dance I promise you can learn. All right, fly. So, why don't we get our second set underway? And why don't you just go slowly, and remember each time that you're really tightening as you bend over, something a little bow. And then as you come up, feel like something in your middle is lengthening. So you're tight, and feel like you're lengthening and getting taller as you come up. And 3, and 4, and 5. Remember each time to do that. And 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Almost there. 2 more. And 2, and 1. Yay! Let's shake it out. Okay, so let's move from one to the other. Do our calf stretch. So you're shifting forward and forward. Hi, Rhythmic. Love you. And coming back up. And let's go to the other leg. Let's switch it out today. You just feel a little pull. Your weight is on the forward leg. So, coming back up. And a little shake out. And then we go to our knee bend again. So I want you to each time remember you're going to tighten your legs up before you start to bend them. And as you're going down, your knees are going straight over your feet. As you come up, I want you to push into the floor, like you're pushing the floor away from yourself instead of standing back up. And tightening your legs, bending those knees over your toes, and pushing the ground away from you. Push into it. Tightening your legs, bend your knees, and pushing the ground away from you. And one more. Engaging your legs, bending your knees, pushing the ground away from you. All right, give me another shake out. And let's do our last set. All right, so tightening your middle, and then lengthening to come up, and tightening it over, lengthening up, tightening over, lengthening up, and over, lengthening over, lengthening up, over, let's count. I think we're at 5 and 4. Okay, each time to engage. 3 and lengthening. Almost there. And 2 and 1. Yay! Done. Let's do our arms then. Just lifting your whole arm up. And then go about halfway, half of what you can. And then to the front. And then we're going to go a little bit higher this time. The front, higher. And all the way up as much as you can. And to the front, as high as you can. Okay, got your butterflies. So, add a little bit. So, let's do our weight shift. For those of you who are new, this is something I do all the time because it's very important to know where you're carrying your weight, both for dancing for life. So this is something we focus on quite a bit. So we'll do our first exercise where we have our square. So we have our four corners, which are your shoulders and your hips. This is your square. And you want to keep that square flat, parallel to the ground. And you don't want your square to become a non-square or to tilt or any of that stuff. What you want to do is keep it even. And when you move it, you're sliding it over a flat surface. So your hips don't move. You're just sliding them over. So they're over one foot. And sliding it back over to the other. And we're just going to go back and forth. If you want to test yourself a little bit, see if you can pick this one up, you can. But it's mostly just be over that one leg, and it's like a tower of blocks, one part on top of the other. And we're doing this so that we have a nice sturdy balance once we've worked on this. And remember, butterflies, all of these things take time. That's why we are slowly doing our exercises, and a lot of it's things that we're going to apply later on. So even though it may seem we're just kind of doing strange things now, there's a reason for it, and you're going to be using what you do. And back a little, and pushing into the ground to go back up. Giving your legs a shake. Alright, again, thinking about that square, you can keep your knees a little bit soft if you want. And slide that square over one leg. Now this leg is free, so I just want you to raise it up on your tiptoe, go back down, and tiptoe, back down, and tiptoe, back down, and tiptoe, back down, and tiptoe, back down. Very good. Sliding that square over the other foot. And tiptoe and down. And tiptoe and down. Tiptoe and down. Tiptoe and down. You want your weight over this leg so this one gets free and light. And work your way back into the middle. And shaking it out again. Okay, so let's do forward and back weight shift now. So you have one foot in front of the other. So you're one foot in front. The other one is going to be in back of you, and it's going to be turning out a little towards your shoulder. So you're not completely straight. Your back leg is turned out a little bit. And that's to make your base a little bit more sturdy, because you don't want to feel wobbly on this. And what we're going to do is going to bend our legs. Remember that your knees are always going over your toes to protect them. And you're going to push with your back leg and you shift towards your front leg. Pushing the ground with your front leg and shift towards your back. Just going to go back and forth a few times. And trying to shift it all the way onto that front leg. Test yourself if you want. And shifting all the way to that back leg. Front one is free. And going back to the middle and pressing in the ground, both feet to come back up. And move over to the other side. So you're going to have your nice sturdy base again. Like you're taking a big step. Front leg is facing forward. That knee is going to go over the foot. And the same with the back leg. The knee is going to go over the foot. But the back leg has rotated a little bit out to the side towards your shoulder. And that should keep you nice and sturdy. You don't want to feel wobbly. You want to feel like you're really good back here. Bending your knees a little bit. And pushing the ground with your back foot. And shifting your weight. And we're going to go just from foot to foot. And pushing the weight all the way over your front leg. And pushing the ground and pushing it all the way to your back leg. And go back to the middle. Pressing to the ground. Come up. Hi, David. Hello. All right, shaking that one out. Now we're doing exercises that we're going to be using later on in our merengue, which is a dance we've been learning, and you know it too. You do. So the steps are right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I can go to left. It's right, left. Just step it. So everything we're doing is we want to slowly bring in a little bit of style. Maybe make you look nice and feel good while you're doing it. But those are the steps, they never change. So you remember how we were moving our elbows up and down? And when we've been dancing, we've been putting our hands on our hips. So I want you to take your arms out to the side. And then you're going to put your hands on your hips. I want you to feel like your elbows are staying in place. So you're trying not to let them sink back. You're trying to just put your hands on your hips with your elbows out to the side. So if we're doing that from the side, stand your arm out to the side. So you're trying to keep your elbow right where it is. You're trying not to move it. And putting your hands on your hips. So let's do that just a few times, just to feel that. Sorry, so your elbows are staying in place. Back out. And your elbows are staying in place. And then your elbows are staying in place. It's okay if you don't feel it, or when you're dancing, if you forget to do it, that's fine. These are all things that take time. That's why we repeat over and over. And we've been rotating, we've been working forwards and backwards. And we've been, when you're moving your arms, what you want to practice is your arms are doing one thing while your legs are just marching from right to left, and your arms can do anything else. So let's practice a little bit of other arms too. So bringing one arm up, and then you're going to bring it as high as you can, and then you're just going to put it on the back of your head. So in Latin dance, and this is a street style, it's not ballroom style. Ballroom style is very formal, and it's very different. This is fun dance. This is enjoy. So, but there is technique involved if you want to do it well. So you're actually touching your head with this. You're touching your body with your hand, and you putting your hand behind your head, and here your elbow is in. So it's, if you're putting it on your head, you're going to try to keep your elbow out. But if you're coming up here, And touch your head. And your elbow is staying forward, it's coming forward. Dropping down. And then from here, your hand doesn't leave your body. Your hand is going to come right down your body and out. So repeating that again. We'll try the other arm. It's coming up. And it's going to drop to your head. And as it drops to your head, bring your elbow in. Let's repeat just the first part. Arm is going up. And it's dropping to the back of your head. Put your elbow, is it gonna come in? Like you're hiring or something. All right, let's do the first arm then again. And your elbow's coming in. And the other arm. Yep, and the elbow's coming in. Let's actually just do that today. Let's not do the second part. Arm comes up. And your elbow comes to the front as you touch your head. Your arm is coming up. And your elbow is moving forward. And come in. And this one again. Your elbow's coming in. And this one. And your elbow is coming in. So we have, well, when our hands are on the hips, we keep our elbows out, but usually when we're doing other things, we tuck our elbows in. Like, we don't really tuck them, but we keep them forward because when you start to dance with a partner, elbow goes out, that can end pretty badly for your partner. So that's why we tend to bring our elbows in when we're dancing or turning, any of these kind of things. But it's just kind of an aesthetic thing when you have them on your hips that they're not going to the back. You're trying to keep them to the front. So we've been going forward, going back, and let's do our hip exercise. So here you're gonna give yourself a little knee bend, and we're gonna swing like the clapper of a bell from side to side. Keeping your body straight, back and forth. And this is the first step towards our hip movements. Because the Latin movement is a little bit different than other styles. And coming back up. And is it neutral? Hey, hello, welcome. All right, so another exercise. We are going to do 2 different walks, a couple times forward. I don't have much space, so I just go back and forth here. So we're going to be walking. I'm going to take a step. But before you take a step, as you feel your weight shift over, let's start with our left leg. Shift it over your left leg. And you'll feel that your weight is free. And you're going to take a teeny tiny step and shift that weight over it. And then you're going to keep your weight over that right foot. The left is coming forward. And you're going to step on your left and shift your weight onto it. And keep it there on your left leg. And your right comes forward, shift it onto your right. And your left comes forward. I'm going to step towards you so you can see it from there. And you're stepping forward, and you're shifting your weight onto your left leg, stacking your tower of blocks, bringing your right foot forward, and shifting it onto there. And forward, and shifting it. So what we're practicing is keeping our weight when we're stepping. We're eventually going to make that one movement. We're going to be stepping and bring our weight right over our leg. So instead of shifting like you would normally, shifting from heel to toe. You can be stepping right over your leg, and over your leg, and over your leg, and over your leg. That's gonna be the movement. But right now, we're just doing some exercises for that. All right, so time for zone walk. So for this one, normally when we walk, we have kind of our arms and legs in opposition. For this one, we're going to be moving one side forward and then the other side forward. So now we do that. Again, we're going to have to shift our weight over one leg. And then we're going to take this whole side of our body, let's get a little bump, push forward. Now, shifting your weight over that. And you're going to give this whole side of your body, like a zombie. And shifting your weight over that front leg. Then, whole right side. Shifting your weight over your right leg. And left leg. Let's do 4 more of those. I go sideways this time. All right. Shifting over your right leg. Bring up your left leg. Bring it a little forward, that whole side. Everything moves together. And shifting your weight over that left leg. Whole right side comes forward. Boom. And shifting over your right side. And left side comes forward. Left side is going to take your weight. And then why are we doing this? Because when, Latin dance, the movement is, it's your whole side of the body is moving. So instead of keeping your weight back, you're going to be stepping forward, and it's going to be this movement eventually. So even when we're doing something like merengue, which is just stepping, there's a whole thing to it. We're going to be learning how to really give it that Latin flavor as we're stepping. But we're doing this piece by piece because body mechanics, you need to understand them, and then you have to become muscle memory, and then you can slowly but surely apply them. Dance is all about repetition. All right, so let's actually do a merengue now. So we're going to just be first stepping in place, just kind of trying to feel that rhythm. Get off the music. Don't worry, everybody gets the music a lot of the time, so just keep going. The important thing is to keep going and not to stop. And once we've done that a little, we're going to take our arms out to the side, and then we're going to put them on our hips. And if you can, try to keep that elbow in place. If not, just put them on your hips and don't worry about it and have fun. And we're going to be going forwards, we're going to be going backwards. We're going to be rotating slowly in a circle. And we're also going to be taking one arm up and putting it on our head. And taking the other arm up and our head, all kinds of things that we've been building up to. So let's do a little kind of Christmas merengue, and we're going to do all that. I'm going to be calling it out, so just keep stepping.
Our commitments are what shape our lives.
Merry Christmas tonight. Snow disappear, your body's alive. Shake it around with sabor and swing. Diciembre party is ready to rain. Llegó diciembre bailando en la acera. Tu amiga vino luciendo ligera. La noche buena se puso viajera. Con su cintura moviendo a cualquiera. Yo te decía ven ponte sincera, pero tu risa sonaba fronteras. Este merengue levanta bandera. Fuego en tus pasos, locura certera.
Baby, you're shining under the moon, moving your hips like a hot monsoon. Sounds like a jealousy left too soon, cause you were hotter than late June. Girl, every spin is a sonic boom, lighting the room like a sweet perfume. All in it with a white costume, dancing your magic from gloom to bloom.
Feliz Navidad, ven a celebrar que este merengue te quiere elevar. Año nuevo listo para empezar. Tu movimiento me pone a vibrar. El año nuevo me reía porque sorprendida quedó la gente con su sacudida. Ella decía soy muy divertida y yo pensaba que bien definida, pero tu baile marcaba la vida, el ritmo caliente, pasión compartida.
Merry Christmas, baby, you glow. Dance so fancy, melting the snow. All of your rhythm stealing the show. You're the spark that makes me go. The perfect flow, you heat the night from high to low. Everyone watching whispers, whoa. 'Cause you're the mistletoe.
Merry Christmas, party, come here, shake your body, bring me here. Happy New Year, kiss me twice and keep it sincere. Paso la fiesta y quedaba tu huella, tu movimiento brillaba en la estrella. Yo te seguía porque eres doncella, tu ritmo dulce con nota plebeya. Tu voz sonaba tranquila y risueña, tú respondías con magia isleña. Este diciembre nadie te empeña, eres la reina de esta epopeya.
Baby, tonight your fire is true. Listo para darte sabor en el blue. Every step dancing close to you. Rompe diciembre con fuerte actitud. You told me, wow, this feels brand new. Y yo pensando que gran juventud. Holiday magic en plenitud. Brilla tu alma con gran quietud.
Feliz Navidad, contigo a gozar, que este merengue te viene a encantar. Año nuevo listo para sonar, con tu cintura queriendo volar. Santa's saying I'm stuck in the
Fireflies. I hope you feel a little happier, a little more lively, and ready to go about your day. Thank you so, so much for being here. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I hope you enjoy learning merengue, and we'll be hopping right back on after this for the intermediate. Get ready for the day routine, which we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks, Nidra. Thank you. We're so happy you're here. We're so happy all of you are here. And we look forward to seeing you again. Stay tuned for everything else we're doing, lives, dance clips, choreography workshops, all kinds of things, everything dance related. Talk to all of you, my fireflies. Have a wonderful day.